Hi y'all, I'm Rabina and welcome back. Join me today as I unveil my winter sowing projects and plant those up into the 4-inch pots to sell on my market day that I have coming up in 2 days. So we will start with the echinacea. Remember, I did echinacea, lavender, and I did 2 versions of the cilantro, one where I soaked the seeds and one where I did not. I have done nothing with these since I put them out. I let Mother Nature water them. They are in potting soil, so it's not the same as what my seed starter mix is, so it retains moisture better than the seed starting mix does. When it rained, the jugs were open, so the water got in from that. The sun, all the elements hit it, so I have done absolutely nothing with it. With the echinacea, it did get knocked over twice. And that is why I think the germination rate is the way it is. I mean, I've peeked inside, so I know what it looks like, but I want to show y'all. So undo this. I may have gotten a little overboard with the tape. So, here is the echinacea. So I've got, I guess you would say 50% germination. But like I said, this got knocked over twice. So I think a lot of the seeds got buried deeper than the 1/4 inch that you're supposed to put them. So I don't think the light hit them the way it was supposed to. My beds aren't quite ready for me just yet. So I think I'm gonna leave these in here. I'm not gonna pot these up because they're gonna go straight to my garden. I'm not selling these. I did these for the beneficial insects that they attract. But the soil is surprisingly still, it's not soaking wet, but it's got moisture in there still. But yeah, it just looks like half of it didn't happen. But I mean, if you look right there, there's some tiny little seedlings still coming up. So I haven't given up hope on it. I think I'm gonna leave it open and put them out with the other seedlings that I have and water it and fertilize it like I have been on the others and see if I can get some more of these to come out. Now, the lavender, remember that packet said it was extremely difficult to start from seed. So let's see how this turned out. Here we are. I mean, again, not fantastic germination, but a lot better than what I was expecting. And this is gonna be the same. I'm not selling this. This is for my own personal garden. And I think I'm gonna do the same thing with this that I am with the echinacea. I'm just gonna leave it open, put it outside and fertilize it and water it just like I am everything else that's going in the garden. But doesn't smell like lavender yet. And this one is a lot more moist than that one. So I don't know if the rain just hit this better than it hit that one. And you can see there's some moisture in here that was not in the echinacea. So maybe that has something to do with it. And finally, this one I was very pleased with. Now, cilantro didn't say anything about winter sowing, but it is considered a cool weather crop. So I did go ahead and put them in here and I put it outside. And if you'll remember, I did the soak on this one and this one says dry. And see the guard marker? It's still there. It didn't wipe off or anything. But you can tell just by looking. I think this one did a little bit better. So let's open these up. These I am gonna pot up and I'm gonna sell in the farmer's market on Saturday. I'm not gonna open this yet. I want to take the tape off of this one, and I want to do the reveal at the same time. Now, if you remember, I did this because I wanted to see if soaking it for 8 hours was gonna make that big of a difference and if it was worth the time I had to invest in waiting for them to soak. So, without further ado, here's the results. So, yeah, I think soaking did make it a little more worthwhile. They're leggy like everything else, but this is the one that I soaked for 8 hours before planting, and this is the one that I did not soak. I mean, these still did pretty great. I mean, I'm not sad about these at all, but compared to how many I have in this one, it definitely makes a difference. And these are, the soil is still very moist. Like I said, I've done nothing with them. So these I am gonna take out and I am going to put in the 4-inch pots. So let's get that going. Once again, I've got my Miracle Grow Performance Organic potting soil. I have amended it with worm castings and some garden tone. So let's see how we're gonna do this. I'll hand it in the spoon. Let's see what the roots look like here. Nice. Very healthy root system. I think I'm just gonna do like a clump of them per pot. Yeah, I think about that many in each little 4-inch pot. Dig a hole in here. Tuck it in nice and deep. And there is our cilantro. So like I said, these should have gone out of here a couple of weeks ago, and that's why they're a little leggy. But I know as soon as I stick them out in the light without them competing for space, these should perk right up. Like I said, cilantro is a cold weather crop. It doesn't like the heat. When it gets too hot, it bolts and the seeds turn into coriander, which is a spice that you can use. So it's a dual purpose plant. That's why I went ahead and potted them up this time, because I love cilantro. And I end up not using it as quickly as I should when I buy it from the store. So I figured if I can get a couple of weeks of cilantro out of here, make some salsa, make a couple of dishes for my dad, then it was worth it for me. I don't know if this is the right way to do this, but I think I'm just gonna take it and put it down here on my nice little potting mat. And these wanted to stay together, so I'm gonna leave them together. I don't want to kill the roots. Of course, I pack it in and I need to take some out. I lost that poor little guy. But I've got plenty here. I want to take 10 of these to the market this weekend. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. They really did great in this winter sowing method. Okay, that is the 10 for my farmer's market this weekend. I've got this one nice big clump left in this one, and I am going to pot that up for my daddy. He asked for a bunch, so if he asks, I gotta do it. And since this is the potting soil, well, I was gonna use the potting soil that's in here, but I didn't amend this. So I am going to mix some of this in with the stuff that's amended and not waste any potting soil. And since there's probably still a lot of seeds in here that didn't germinate, maybe once he plants this, because you know, compost pots, you plant them right straight into your garden, then maybe he will get a whole bunch more cilantro than he bargained for. And there we are. The market 10 and one for my daddy. And these I'm gonna leave in here, and I'm gonna do the same thing I am with the echinacea and lavender. I'll hit it with some fertilizer, stick it out with the rest of the plants that I will be putting into my garden. But I wanted to take this opportunity and show y'all the setup that I have in this studio. All right, y'all, so here is a sneak peek at the shop. It's still got a lot more work to do. I need to get it framed and insulated, but man, oh man, does it make a difference. I did go ahead and move my plants out here. So in the day when I'm trying to harden them off, I just opened those doors, roll out that shelf, and then roll it back in. So much easier than trying to carry each tray in and out of the house. Well, thanks for joining me, y'all. I hope you enjoyed my little tour of the studio. There's so much more to do, but I'm gonna have so much fun setting it up. I cannot wait to get the walls insulated so I can actually get to work on how I want to organize everything. I'm gonna stick these out, get them with some fertilizer and get them nice and watered in. And join me because on Saturday, I am doing my first farmer's market where I will be selling these plants. I've done markets before. I'm an old hat at that, but I have never sold plants. So I'm very nervous about it. But luckily, I've had a lot of good response on Facebook to my posts about it. So I'm hopeful, but still nervous. So hit subscribe so you can see the video when I post it, and hit like, and I will see y'all next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye.